Hi, my name is Jack Porubsky. I graduated Sauk Prairie High School in 2018. Upon graduating, I moved out to New York City to pursue a career in music theater. I studied at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy and then transferred into the new school to complete my Bachelor of Fine Arts in Music Theater. I would say that my moment came a little late as far as this is what I want to do. Ever since I was in like third grade, I had a lot of teachers and a lot of support from family and friends saying that I should do this. I can do this. But I was very lacking in self-confidence until I'd say my freshman year when Aida came and Mr. Brennan really gave me a shot to kind of showcase work and showcase talent. I think it was on the stage of Fort Atkinson. It was like one of the first shows that we did that year. And I had just finished this solo and I'm up on stage wearing girl clothes because nothing fit me. And I was so embarrassed, but it was just this total euphoric moment when everybody started clapping and cheering. And I had like all of my friends behind me. And it was such a cool moment that like I will have for the rest of my performing career. Matt Brennan, Meg Aspinwall. Those are two of the people that really pushed me in the technical way and in the arts and really teaching me to work for it. However, my family, my friends, my mom, she's great. She really pushed me into a work ethic, not trying to rely on talent alone because talent will only get you so far. It kind of started everything for me. I mean, I am eternally grateful for everybody that was involved in Sauk Prairie music and helped push that department to kind of where it is. Sauk Prairie has a name. It's not a nobody, and it's because of the friends and family and the work and the talent within that department, and the productions that they're able to do, the community involvement, they encompass what the arts really is, I guess, and that is a community, and they really push that community aspect. And that's something that they taught me really young, is that the arts are for everybody, not for one person. Well, the last note of the last performance of Into the Woods will always stick out in my head. Looking down in the pit, that was a moment. Recently, I'm actually starting to get out of this. COVID really struck me down. There were no auditions. There were no musical outlets, and I had gotten comfortable in not singing every day and not rehearsing and not pushing myself any farther. And I was ready. I wanted to go pursue other things and just kind of leave it, say I tried. And I had gotten on the phone with one of my professors from AMDA, and I was talking him through it, and he kind of reinstilled to me that I've only done 5 Broadway auditions. I've only done a couple of Royal Caribbean. I've only done 1 national tour. So I haven't really given it a shot. Everybody got knocked down during COVID. Nobody was able to do anything. So to give up before even really trying is something that I have never wanted to do. I always think you got to give it your all before you concede. And performing is no different for me. And looking back, while I think it's justified and COVID really was hard for a lot of people, is hard for a lot of people, I will grow from the experience. 18-year-old high school, I will break it down to high school Sauk. And it's just try everything. One of my biggest regrets in high school was limiting myself to solely music. My junior and senior year, I got involved in track and field, and to my surprise, was okay at it. I wasn't awful, which was really, really good and really, really fun. And I made a lot of good friends from that I still talk to today. The more people you know and the more people you have connections with, the better off you're going to be. And who knows, you might find something that like you're good at. So I think coming to New York, and something that nobody really talks about, is the difficulty that this career is. When I first came to New York, I was in the boat of like, Broadway, Broadway, Broadway. I'm gonna book right out of college. It's gonna be simple. I'm gonna play the circuit like it's a game. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. When I found that most people don't book Broadway until they're well into their 30s, I'm like, what am I gonna do for 10 years? I was having a conversation with a lady who's currently an alternate on Broadway last night, and she was telling me how difficult it was for her to break into the business, and how difficult it was to really learn to kind of love yourself, and that your trajectory is not going to be the same as the trajectory of the person who looks like you and sounds like you. You got to live your own, and you can't compare yourself to someone else. So I guess now my goals, having learned all of this, having talked to some fantastic people, my goals is just to act. I love acting. I love singing, and any opportunity that I can have to do that, I will do it. And I guess that's my biggest advice, is you have to be passionate for the craft, and to want Broadway, that's great, but you have to want to act. Broadway is a byproduct of your work and of your skill and mastering your craft. Broadway is not end all be all, because once you make Broadway, that's great. You have a year contract. Guess what? Now you're just like me again and out on the grind right when that Broadway contract ends. So it never stops. You have great moments, but it never stops. So you just got to love what you do. And for me, that's acting and that's singing. And I just want to do that in any capacity necessary.